Welcome back. And next up is Adam. He's the Chief Marketing Officer of Edge Impulse. And I've been a fan of Adam for a long time, since he was founder and CEO of Hexter.io. It's very exciting that he joined Edge Impulse, and I'm really looking forward to all the cool things they're doing with their Edge AI technology. Enjoy his talk.
Hi, and welcome to the Things Conference. I am Adam Benzion from Edge Impulse, and with me today is Tim Van Dam from Smart Parks. Hi, Tim.
Hi there.
I'm calling in from Seattle. Tim, where are you in the Netherlands?
I'm calling in from Utrecht.
Utrecht, awesome. Cool. Today we're going to talk to you guys about ElephantEdge, a project we put together last year, and we will take you on a journey of how we built the world's most advanced elephant tracker. Hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, so we'll take you on a quick tour, a timeline of how we actually met and how this project came to life. So we actually met in January 2020, famous January 2020, where it all began. A lot of things began that time in Amsterdam during the Things Conference. So Smart Parks, the company organization that Tim works for and co-created, had a great booth in that event, and they showcased all sorts of wildlife and conservation tracker that they have built, including what you see here, this really cool rhino tracker, which, Tim, if I'm not wrong, I think it actually gets embedded in the horn and kind of gets patched so that the rhino gets to kind of carry it with a little whisker, and all sorts of other trackers, including cheetah trackers, orangutans, and in particularly a giant elephant tracker. I personally was mesmerized by what this duo, Lawrence and Tim, are doing, and I committed myself to help and get involved with Smart Parks and the work they do. And I used to work for Hackster at that point. Now I'm with Edge Impulse. And that's really a little bit about how our journey started. Tim, what were your impressions of the event and how the whole thing kind of got kicked off?
Yeah, I think it was super interesting to be in the last Things Conference last year in Amsterdam, the physical one. And this was also in tradition of our Smart Parks being also have been in all the Things Conference in a row, and sharing our journey with using LoRaWAN in wildlife conservation over the years. So we started actually also together with the Things Conference in that first year, I think 4 years ago already. Amazing. And we started with explaining how we can use this technology. We started with the Rhino tag, and there we also announced open color, so how we are going to develop more of these kind of trackers. And last year we presented the first elephant tracker, and based on this super cool collaboration we're gonna show you, we actually managed to make it the most advanced elephant tracker this year. So I think it's a great tradition to present this on the Things Conference, and it's super cool to show that that people meeting on these conferences also result in great projects. So super cool.
That's right. That's right. Moving from theory to production. So, Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit again about Open Color and the journey you've gone through in creating Smart Parks?
Yeah, so here we see an example of what we did with the Open Color program, and this is specifically about the elephant tracker. So last year we managed to already present the first elephant tracker, which was mainly based on tracking applications. And this is a combination of very good GPS tracking in combination with LoRaWAN, making them super low power, very accurate, and lasting very, very long, and exceeding all the existing use cases with elephant trackers in the field. So we have been deploying them all over Africa. And there you see also what we want to do with ElephantEdge. This is how we call it. And this is really going beyond purely tracking. That is what we are doing now together with this great partnership.
Cool. So you really increased the target production by tenfold, 250 units for the coming years. The Bluetooth beaconing, and all sorts of new applications are now available. Will really make this tracker really next level. And this is also something that I was very impressed with when I talked to Tim, the example you showed me back in Amsterdam was actually of a lion tracker. We saw one of the first lions moving about the park when the tracker and the antennas came to life. So that was really impressive. But this is like a typical map of how you guys track animals in the wild.
Yeah, actually, then we were already a bit further with the smaller trackers. So also for lions. So that's what you have seen then. And here you can actually see that already 1 year later, after we've presented the first elephant tracker, that we already have it in the field. So actually you can see here, this is from last year, February, not even from this year. But yeah, so we have a lot of elephant trackers operational in the field already a year. So we know how to do the basics. And again, now we are moving into the more complicated and more advanced applications together with the partners.
Excellent. Cool. All right, so we meet and we talk, and I'll move my video a little bit. And we said to ourselves, what if we joined forces and build the world's most advanced elephant tracker powered by LoRaWAN and embedded machine learning? And we set a project to just achieve just that. And let me show you what we've done together. We agreed that the basis of what we'll do will reside in a community infrastructure on the foundation and principles of open source. We'll find the funding and the engineering partnership to manufacture these collars, and clearly SmartParks will be the partner to also deploy them. We've partnered with companies like the World Wildlife Fund and Microsoft, who funded a lot of this, Western Digital, who funded a lot of this project, including uBlock, Edge Impulse, the company I work for, who also funded and provided technology support. Hackster.io provided a community element of this effort, and we'll talk about that. What did Hackster do? Nordic Semiconductors, Earth Rangers provide us with lots of data sets for this project. Tauglas, the antennas, Avnet in collaboration with Microsoft and IoT dashboard technology. Enos did all the manufacturing and still working on it as we speak. And in some respect, most importantly, OpenColor will take this entire learning source code and technology and open it for other people to learn from, build and deploy. So SmartParks is not just holding this for SmartParks only. What we're saying is the whole world of conservation can benefit from this innovation and build a better color for better conservation in the future. So that's really how it all came about. So I also kind of wanted to give a great shout out for all these brands here who supported this project, and in particularly to Microsoft and Western Digital and Avnet, who actually funded it. So that's really, really awesome. And Edge Impulse also funded it as well. Keep forgetting my own company. So
super important.
Super important. So so Tim is really the brainchild behind the themes and the things that an elephant collar should do. So Tim, why don't you tell us a little bit about all the things that are built into the collar in order to create an effective way of tracking wildlife?
Yeah, so I think it does exactly go beyond tracking. So we are tracking elephants for ages, and this has been done for a very long time. And in a sense, we're doing it in a more efficient way and a more accurate way. But we want to go beyond this with new technology, and then we're really talking about different things. So, for example, poaching risk monitor. So, can we use the device on the elephant to identify the risk of poaching? Because in some areas this is the main risk. So elephants being poached. Can we do something with the human conflict monitor? So that's another cause of big problems where elephants and humans meet on farms and in vicinities of wildlife protection areas, but also, for example, in India, these elephants are just free roaming and they're crossing farms all day. So can we use this technology to monitor where the chance is high and to prevent conflicts with humans? And then we have a very interesting thing that is also being researched a lot. Can we use the elephant communication? So the communication between elephants, they are not talking obviously, but they are using all kinds of sounds, even sounds that can't be heard by human because of the frequency. But can we use technology to get a better understanding of this? But also, can we use it to protect them? And then we also see, like, can we understand more about the behavior? So movements, behavior, and also sounds, but the activity monitoring of the elephant. And finally, very particular to elephants is that the bulls go into mush, which is a very awkward, strange behavior, which has to do with the hormones of these bulls. And they go raging around and destroying trees, but also sometimes farms and houses, and they can cause quite some damage. So can we, for example, detect this early and maybe get this into the system of signaling to make sure that no elephants are getting hurt and or people getting hurt? So these are the particular use cases we thought about. And then we ask ourselves the questions, okay, if we want to do this, what kind of tag do we need to put in this case? And
Great.
I think if we go to the next slide, we can also see that it translates a bit more to this kind of architecture where you have like a sensor core, more talking about a microprocessor, right? But also with the connecting chipsets that we need to utilize this. So here you can see the SD card, the sensors, the U-Blocks GPS unit, the very famous already LR1110 from Semtech. Of course, a very powerful but low power CPU from Nordic, and altogether needs to be packed in a very low power situation. And there you can see that ranges out to super nice features we wanna tap into, which is Edge Impulse, of course, for the TinyML, which is, I think, the biggest revolution in this kind of applications, which we're going to see a lot from.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to improve the trackability of this sensor with the use of U-Blocks and LR1110, and also we're going to do something really cool, and that is adding more usability using the Bluetooth connectivity from Nordic. And this is really going beyond anything that has been done in wildlife conservation tracking applications. So you can actually talk to the collar with a Bluetooth device. This sounds like obvious, but it hasn't been done before because it's quite complicated to do it well. And we can do things like proximity tracking. So you can do things like contact tracing, but then with animals, which is very interesting for a lot of applications in wildlife research.
Yeah.
So yeah, super nice set of ideas.
Very cool.
But yeah, we need to translate this into the actual hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you reached the battery life. You managed to build something that has up to 8 years of battery life, right?
Yeah, so it's obviously depends on how you use it and how many batteries you stack in, but we know that we want to go beyond the 2-year battery life, which is now normal. We already at like 8 years plus.
Amazing.
And we want to keep on pushing the limits and make sure that this elephant is not needed to recharge or change the collar every 2 years, because you have to put the elephant down and it's very costly. It's also not nice for the animal.
No. Cool. Okay, so the journey continues. August 2020, finally everything is put together and we're launching a big challenge on Hackster.io called ElephantEdge, to building the world's most advanced wildlife tracker. What we're doing here, we're calling out on all the open source community engineers to build the top five tracking dashboards using really IoT tracking of location, etc., and the top 5 machine learning models using Edge Impulse to be deployed or considered for deployment on the tracker. And included in that contest, we also added a lot of public and also private data sets we got from parks. So developers from all over the world, people all over from India to Sweden have built models here, can actually use the data sets as if they're sitting in the field and writing models and testing them out based on simple data sets. So we've done that, and the results were pretty astounding. We had hundreds and hundreds of people joining from all over the world, building really unbelievable models that can replicate and simulate all sorts of scenarios with elephants' movement and motion and language. Apparently, I've learned because of this project that elephants communicate mostly with their feet. the way they move their feet and raise dust. I always assume it's through sound and noise. And there you go, I've learned something new. So the developers have built a lot of really smart AI and machine learning models that we can use or get inspired by. And similarly, we also got really cool tracking dashboards. This one was based on the Avnet and Microsoft IoT solution that you can now also manage to track location and movement and all sorts of other things based on these dashboards. So also really impressive, things that have done on the Avnet IoT Connect platform. So we picked the top 5 winners, and we awarded them with cool T-shirts and Apple Watches and a lot of thank yous. And then we moved to to the next stage, which is in Maribor in Slovenia, which is the engineering phase and building the actual trackers. So I'll let Tim talk about that.
Yeah, so for the most of the Open Collar program, we have a very strong relationship with ERNAS, which you will also see in the Things conference. They are also always there from the beginning, and yeah, we are teaming up together for a long time already to actually make this happen. And what we've did together with ERNAS is we've put these specs on the table, and we've created a PCB with components which houses exactly what we need. So you can see here the Nordic NRF 52840. The U-Blocks chip for the GPS, of course, the Semtech LR1110, and also some really cool components to do all the sensors. So acoustics, but motion. So I think here we really started to give shape to the actual tracker. And this is a picture, of course, of a PCB, but yeah, we can show that it's currently already in a very far phase where we actually have the device and we're working with it. And it's not only about the PCB, of course, but in the end, it's also about the mechanics. And so we're also tweaking to make the mechanics that we know that works, to make sure that it really can hold all these great sensors and these good batteries and stuff. So here you can actually see that we're learning from the field, and they are in the field, and we're getting data, we're getting new insights, and yeah, it's all helping us to move to the most advanced elephant tracker. Yeah,
look at the size of this tracker. I mean, just holding, what is it, like 40 kilos or something? I forgot. It's pretty heavy.
But the thing is that the current trackers are literally like 5 times as heavy. And if you actually have one here, I can hold it with one hand.
Wow.
So it looks big, it looks heavy, but yeah, in real situation, it's a super lightweight Fitbit for elephants.
Cool. We got a lot of coverage, which is fun, in TechCrunch and the Next Web and other places and blogging. So it was fun to see, that people were interested in publishing and writing and publishing articles about this project. That was really awesome to see. And also we want to have a little call to action. How could you help? So you can also participate and be part of this project. It's definitely not too late. It's never too late to develop novel and high performance TinyML models with Edge Impulse. Just look for ElephantEdge and go. It's on the Edge Impulse site, and you can also see what other people have shared. All the projects are now public on Edge Impulse, and you can be part of it. You can share your models. You can learn from others. So it's never too late to be part of this, because this is not a one and done project. This is something that's going to go on for years and years, and it's going to continue to get improved.
Yeah, so that is really an invitation, because we are creating the first steps, and we will continue to improve it in the field from Smart Park, from ERNAS, from the partners.
Yeah.
But yeah, the more people that are working on this technology and really thinking about elephants, adding features, that will make life more easy for us, and that we can go faster in developing and making it more advanced and save more elephants. So please share your models and join us.
Cool. The last thing I just want to add, this is part of for Edge Impulse. This is definitely part of our effort to be, clearly we are, a leading embedded machine learning platform, and we're a B2B company. But we just joined an organization called One for the Planet, whereby we actually donate 1% of our revenue to environmental causes. The one we're doing this year is for the Rainforest Trust. And so also ElephantEdge is fully correlated with what we do here, that beside all the commercial project we work on, we're thrilled and looking forward to doing more, wildlife preservation and other environmental causes and projects with companies like Smart Parks. So if you have any good ideas, I'd be happy to hear. So thank you very much, the Things Conference and attendees. And I'm Adam at edgeimpulse.com. Tim is tim@smartparks.org. Was happy to be here. Tim, so good to see you and work with you as usual.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Okay, cool. And we'll be in touch. So enjoy the rest of the event and take care.